And now,
breaking news.
Ahoy, the news.
News
from the Weird
Wire.
news from the Weird Wire. Rodeo bull of multiple names tracked down after a 5-day search. I'm thinking that there needs to be continuing education for animal capturing.
Zebra in Nashville was missing for more than a week.
And
That's a zebra. It's not a rodeo bull.
they haul them out with a helicopter, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Crazy. If you're going to run from authorities, it probably would help to have a fake name or two. Perhaps that's why an escaped rodeo bull is known by multiple aliases. I love this bull. Sauce Boss. That's better than Tornado. Coming out of chute number 2. It was a 5-day chase through Snowmass Village, Colorado, before finally being tracked down, taken home. Sauce Boss. However, Snowmass police officer Zach Wilcher tells Cowboy State Daily
You know you're in the West.
he knew the bull by a different name. Actually had heard his name as Twinkle Toes, Wilcher said. I can see why they changed it to Sauce Boss. Buck snort coming out of chute 2.
I'm sorry, but if you live in Snowmass Village, Colorado, you are a long ways from civilization.
Scariest bull ever was Bodacious. You ever hear about Bodacious?
I have.
Yeah. Mean bull. He's since retired. I don't even think he's alive. I don't imagine they eat rodeo bulls, do you? Somebody ate it.
I wouldn't. It's got a bull rider hide. No, thank you.
Throwing deep freezer has a man in deep trouble. A deep freezer is good for keeping things cold, but it shouldn't be to knock someone out cold. Nevertheless, that's what an Atlanta man allegedly did during an argument at Georgia's Lake Lanier. According to WSB TV, 42-year-old Logan Nicholas Young, almost 3 first names, serial killer, is accused of throwing a deep freezer at a 59-year-old man, which knocked the victim unconscious and into the lake. The moment was preceded by an even stranger incident in which Young allegedly took off all his clothes in front of the victim and two women, leading to an argument. Young then allegedly punched the victim in his chest and began to walk away, only to return with the deep freezer.
My cartoon bubble of this
Yeah, it's like,
is
how
bizarre.
big is
but
this deep freezer?
Deep freezers to me are big.
Yeah.
How does you just throw one at somebody?
My exact question, too. It was just compact.
Generally speaking, the stories that we've had of people who just get naked for no reason, they're on something. May have given this individual some added strength to pick up and throw this said freezer.
The victim was able to regain consciousness and swim ashore. So luckily he was out there unconscious, floating around, not drowning. Where he was offered but refused medical attention. Young was later arrested after being found hiding under his bed in his houseboat.
Did he have clothes on at this point?
You know what? I'm shocked it doesn't say alcohol was involved in the matter. But apparently not.
3 counts of obstruction of an officer. Things didn't go well on that houseboat.
No. He's got an arm, that guy.
He's down 1 freezer.
Right. We've heard of a traffic jam, but this is ridiculous. There's a traffic jam, then there's traffic caused by jam. The streets of Mission, British Columbia, Canada, were dealing with the latter when crates of blueberries fell from the back of a pickup truck. Mission's Royal Canadian Mounted Police responded to what it calls a juicy incident and used a shovel to clear the mess from the roadway. The driver of the truck received a ticket for having an insecure load, and other motorists looked on while the cleanup effort was underway, the department says. There's salt in the wound. Lose all those blueberries, and here's a ticket.
That's not what I was confused about.
No.
The mounted police.
Mm-hmm.
They carry shovels?
Oh, I bet. I don't think they show up on horse anymore. Do you think so?
Well, then change the name.
Wow. Can't change the name. All that letterhead they bought. Got to change the website. Haven't changed that in 10, 15 years anyway.
Well, they have the same webmaster as the National Weather Service?
Probably. Contract.
And how many blueberries can you get in the back of a pickup?
Unsecured.
And it's cleaned up by just a shovel. How does that stop traffic dead in its tracks?
You don't got a picture? Shocked. I got it being a big load.
No.
Oh, it is Canada. How big's Mission?
Well, it's right at an intersection with traffic lights.
Oh, so they got traffic lights?
No roundabout.
Wow, they're behind the times.
It appears like the blueberries are only covering half of a lane.
You know, it's been a slow day for the
And
mounted
it's
police.
maybe a foot deep.
Foot deep?
Right where they all fell out of the back of the truck.
So not.
There's not a ton of blueberries here, no.
I think that's overreach.
Snarls traffic there in Canada.
Why are you late? Well, there's a huge blueberry spill at the stoplights.
They can't put out fires, and traffic snarled by a few crates of blueberries. Do things different up there in Canada.
Never hear of maple syrup problems, do you? Or Canadian bacon. Did they actually make it there? How did it get Canadian bacon anyway?
I don't know. I just call it ham.
Well, you love pork.
What does that matter?
You usually know. You don't know about Canadian bacon?
I prefer regular.
I don't think. Have you ever had Canadian bacon on anything else other than pizza?
Well, I don't eat Hawaiian pizza, so no. I don't even have it there.
Well, sometimes Canadian bacon's on like a all meat. 4 pieces of cheese meat.
No.
No? I'm going to look into it. I'll have an answer for Canadian bacon for you tomorrow.
Muffin, perhaps, or a McMuffin type thing.
Oh, sure.
Maybe I'll buy some Canadian bacon.
There you go.
Other than that, I'm just having regular bacon.
Don't you? It is better.
Well, yeah.
Way better. That's some weird stuff. That's news from the Weird Wire.